Welcome back, folks. I'm your host, Hypothetical Patriot. Everything you hear on YouTube is, of course, hypothetical, unless it's the word of the Lord. I was thinking about this the other day, that angels have free will. I'm like, of course they have free will. And then I thought about how we've never really talked about that in church or in anything I've ever been in. But it's obvious throughout the Bible that angels do have free will. If they didn't have free will, then the tempting of Eve in the garden wouldn't have been possible from the fallen. If they didn't have free will, then the fallen angels wouldn't have come down and mated with the women on earth and created offspring that was then either giants or worshipped, however you want to put it, and then became demons because there's nowhere to go up or down for them because they're not made of God. There's many instances. There's also the famous quote in the Bible, if an angel ever comes to you speaking another gospel and the one I've spoken to you, curse him. So angels obviously have free will, but we never think about it. We never really talk about it. And I think that's a big part of the spiritual warfare going on and the battles in heaven and the heavens, or there's one heaven. But you know what I mean? There could be different layers and levels to that. Nobody really knows. The point is, there's definitely a battle going on between good versus evil in the angelic and on earth. I just want to read this real quick about Lucifer, his fall. This is Isaiah 14:12. How are you fallen? How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How you are cut down to the ground, mighty though you were. Sorry, the wind is a little crazy right here. Mighty though you were against the nations of the world. For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and rule the angels. I will take the highest throne. I will preside on the mount of assembly far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. But instead, you will be brought down to the pit of hell, down to its lowest depths. Everyone there will stare at you and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and the kingdoms of the world? Can this be the one who destroyed the world and made it into shambles and demolished the greatest cities and had no mercy on his prisoners? The kings of the nations lie in stately glory in their graves. It goes on, but paints this picture of people are going to see, when they see Lucifer, they're going to be like, that's the one. I always pictured him as like, when I read this verse, as like Elmer Fudd with a big red nose. Same height, same everything. This is the guy? But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. You can think on that, pray on that. But angels do have free will, and it does affect our world. God bless.